from today's TMJ4.
This is breaking news now.
That breaking news, the smoke could be seen for miles. Flames and explosions at an auto salvage yard near the airport. Smoke covers the neighborhood and part of the freeway. The fire quickly escalated to 3 alarms.
The fire erupted in a warehouse at the back of Roz Auto Salvage. The airport spur was shut down until that smoke cleared.
We have team coverage. Todd Hicks shows us the damage from Chopper 4, and Michelle Fiore talked to neighbors.
But we begin with Cody Hoyo. Cody.
Mike and Carol, what a scene this morning and afternoon. We saw thick black smoke billowing from the buildings here behind us here at Roz Auto Salvage while workers were running for safety. Let's take a look from our mass cam just to see all the damage. That building behind us, that's where that fire erupted. You can see all the damage left behind by that 3-alarm blaze.
The main parts manager called back for everyone to hit their fire stations and evacuate the building.
Jesse Torres installs glass on cars at Roz's Auto Salvage. He was working inside when he got the word to leave. So what's going through your head when they gave that message?
Man, there's some excitement right now. You know, I look back in the building that was on fire, I see flames shooting out, and then we start hearing explosions, and it was pretty wicked.
The thick smoke made it hard to breathe for workers and neighbors nearby. Firefighters attacked this building where they believed a gas leak sparked the flames.
Our initial reports were that this had something to do with either a propane tank or a gasoline tank.
This wasn't an easy fire to fight. Heavy car parts, flammable liquids, and a caved-in roof kept crews back while they battled the blaze.
We set up an initial perimeter of 40 feet around the building because of the collapse potential, as well as those very heavy motors and transmissions.
Witnesses heard explosions, which could have been tanks or even tires popping from the extreme heat. Cars outside the building ignited in the midst of the fire. Though the building is severely damaged, workers are just glad no one was hurt.
Everybody just got away from there and got out and waited for the fire department to show up.
Now, firefighters didn't even really go inside the building because of the risks. You can see the cars on the perimeter of that building just really melted by the flame, by the heat that was given off from that building. Heavy machinery and hot spots pose the biggest problems for firefighters. Just in the past hour or so, we've seen workers kind of walking around the building, no doubt trying to figure out exactly how much damage was done by this fire. Live in Milwaukee's South Side, Cody Holyoke, today's TMJ4.
Yeah, a lot of intensity earlier. Thank you, Cody. Now, some neighbors were told to evacuate.
Michelle Fiore is live with that part of our breaking news coverage. Michelle?
Well, Mike and Carol, this salvage yard is directly across the street from many apartment buildings and houses. Those inside those homes couldn't ignore, right around noontime, 7 loud explosions. On a day when the state already planned a tornado drill, another sound rocked this neighborhood less than 2 miles from the airport, the sound of explosions. And then came some loud knocks on their doors from police.
They were banging on all the doors trying to get everybody out, at least, you know, in this block area, because the explosions were kind of shooting out some fire out here.
This block across the street from Roz's was evacuated. Samar Abulagad rushed home when he heard what was going on. His wife has back issues and can't walk well, and he didn't know how she would be able to evacuate.
It's our 26th anniversary, like April 8th, so she's my love. I cannot leave her alone home.
Neighbors tell us that Roz's had a small fire about 5 or 6 years ago, but none of these homes were evacuated back then. Now they are considering this a strike 2 against the company, coming up at 6 tonight, while they're hoping to not see a strike 3. Live on Milwaukee's South Side, Michelle Fiore, today's TMJ4.
All right, thanks, Michelle. Well, let's get a live look at the damage from above.
Our Todd Hicks is live in Chopper 4 with that. Todd.
Well, Mike and Carol, you can see just how intense this fire was at the South Side salvage yard. Now, the entire roof of this massive structure collapsed. Take a look from the air from Chopper 4 right now. The heat and flames so intense it actually melted pillars that hold the roof up. Now, what's inside only helping fuel the flames. There is no shortage of oil, gas, and other toxic fluids inside. Firefighters have left the scene, but there was concern for hours about possible hotspots or flare-ups. Now, there were reports of pops and booms on the ground, but it's not clear if those were propane tanks or exploding tires from a car that caught fire nearby. As of right now, it looks like firefighters did an excellent job of containing that fire, but there is no doubt the damage to this building is very extensive. Reporting live from Chopper 4, Todd Hicks, today's TMJ4.
Yeah, Todd, it looks like it would be hard to fight that fire. We can see it from above because they couldn't physically go inside, and when the walls and the roof were still standing, it's tough to penetrate that with the water.
Well, of course, and you also want to consider the fact that firefighters didn't know exactly what type of fuels and fluids they were dealing with inside. All of those fuels, oils, other toxic substances can be very dangerous. So, of course, they wanted to take a very, very cautious approach.
All right, Todd Hicks joining us live from Chopper 4. Thanks.
Well, a lot of viewers did send us their pictures of the fire. Peggy Albrecht shot a picture, and if we can take that, you can see, look at that, a huge plume of black smoke.
Josh sent us this picture. You can see the flames through the fence there.
And we have another picture from Rafael Quintero. This shows a fire truck on its way to the scene, and there you see the smoke over the neighborhood.
And David Carlson shot this picture approaching the airport spur. You can see the black smoke extending over the freeway there.
We thank you for sharing your pictures, and we would love to see yours. All you have to do is send them to icontribute@tmj4.com.